and Isis, the Mother Earth, joining themselves together. Now, the symbol for the male would be, of course, the obelisk for obvious reasons. The symbol for the female is called a mandorla. It's an almond-shaped figure, usually done by two circles closing in on each other and fusing together. And that is exactly what you see in the layout of Washington's monument there in the National Mall. So, here again, what spirit is at work right now in our country, and especially associated with this rally? What spirit is that at work there? The other symbolism here of Washington's monument is you have what's called the reflecting pool. Now, it's just big, gigantic body of water, and everybody says, oh, look at the little fishies in there, and this and that and the other. The reflecting pool is actually another Masonic or occult symbolism. It shows, take a look at it, it shows as above, so below. What you can see is a figure pointing up and a figure being reflected pointing down. This shows the fusion of the two kingdoms. The sons of God mating with the daughters of men. Heaven joining in with Mother Earth to produce a new breed, a new species. This was illustrated in Eliphas Levi's book, Transcendental Magic. He shows this symbol here. Notice the symbolisms here. We have what they call the Star of David. It's the Seal of Solomon. A triangle pointing upward, a triangle pointing downward. Notice the water being the reflection, one being the reflection of the other. And oh, by the way, I'm going to throw this in. You know the New Age Bible called the Message Bible? Go read the Lord's Prayer in that, and you probably look it up on the internet. Read the Lord's Prayer in that Bible. You know what? It doesn't say, thy kingdom come on earth as it is. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. It doesn't say that. It says, as above, so below. And a lot of churches, so we're not just picking on the Mormons and the Sarah Palins and the Dominion theologists. A lot of churches are using the Message Bible and getting this spirit of as above, so below. This whole idea of the reflecting pool. Have you ever heard of the occult idea of scrying? Where you take and you gaze into a bowl and you're seeing your reflection and you're looking and getting divination from that. That's in Harry Potter. That's in the Lord of the Rings. There's a lot of young people that are learning how to scry because they're looking for answers. And because our nation has abandoned the Bible a long time ago, kids don't know that they can find the answers in the Bible. So they use occult divination to find answers. And this is why America is now being taken over. Not for Jesus Christ, but for the Antichrist of the last days. So here's this imagery again of Lincoln's Memorial. It is also part of this reflecting pool showing as above, so below. Now, let's get an overhead view of Lincoln's Memorial, because really this is the center point. I want you to think about what I said here. It's the center point of this idea of this rally, of America's divine destiny. And notice that I said center point because when you look down overhead of the layout of Lincoln Memorial, notice you have the temple there, the memorial, smack dab in the middle of a circle. This is the concept of the point within the circle. Now it's described in various ways, but the point inside of the circle represents Osiris, the male. The circle, here again, get this imagery, the circle represents the female, and one is, here it is, one is inside the other. And Albert Pike said the hieroglyphic of the younger, which is the child, Horus, was the point in a circle. So here, just this imagery, this overhead view of Lincoln's Memorial shows you the point within the circle, the male inside the female fused together, producing a new breed. Horus, the Antichrist. Lincoln's Memorial itself, I let it slip a while ago. Lincoln's Memorial was built to be a temple. And I want you to get this now. It is a temple. Now, what did we say? What did we say the temple represented? What? Know ye not that your Body is the temple. You go to the house of the Temple Lodge, Washington, D.C., there's a big inscription in there that says, Masonry builds its temples inside the hearts of men everywhere. So even they are telling you the secret. By the way, you go inside the Masonic house of the Temple Lodge, you know, with its 33 pillars and 13 steps, 46, and you go in there and you come to a winding staircase. There happens to be 23 steps on this side, 23 steps on that side, that's 46, and they both look like the double helix of DNA. God's trying to reveal the truth in these days. He wants people to know the truth so that they can be free. So here we have the Lincoln Memorial. And I've been there. I tell you what, you just, as our friends in Britain say, you just get gobsmacked when you walk inside this place. I mean, it's huge and it's magnificent and it's a lot of eye candy is what it is. And you think, oh wow, what a great man Abraham Lincoln was. But the real symbols always have two meanings. The exoteric, which is what they want everybody to think, and the esoteric, the hidden secret meaning behind this. So really, I want you to get this. So here's Lincoln's Memorial, and here is an image, a carved statue. There's a commandment that says don't do that. God said don't do it, but that's what they did. So we have a temple and we have a carved image inside of it. So we have we have a temple with a false god inside of it. Am I crazy? Go do your homework. The Lincoln Memorial was designed after the temple of Zeus. Now Zeus is not like the real god. Zeus was the son of Cronus or Saturn. Saturn is Satan. Okay? His mother was Rhea, which was a Titan. You know what a Titan was? They were the giants. You know, the fusion of the sons of God and the daughters of men, and they had these new children. That's who Zeus's mother was. He was the son of the gods and birth of the daughters of men. And oh, by the way, Rhea, I just had to throw this in here. She was called the mother of gods. Does that ring a bell to anybody? Yes, Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the time of our deaths. Amen. There is no mother of God. There is no mother of God. There will be a mother of gods. Okay? This is where we're going with this. But this temple was designated to Zeus, a god. So we have a god inside of a temple, and that's what was represented there in Washington, D.C. That's where the kingdom in the Sephiroth is located. And that's where Glenn Beck held his 8/28/10 rally about America's divine destiny. Are you starting to piece some things together here? I did a little research in history. I looked at the Lincoln Memorial. It was built, dedicated on May 1st, 1922. Does that May 1st thing ring any bells to you? By the way, May 1st is what's called May Day. And on May Day, they have this little ceremony, and they have it all over the world, have this ceremony. On this particular day, you have a pole, Baal's shaft. And you have all these women, these girls, maidens, dancing around the pole, entwining it with this DNA-looking stuff. That's May Day. That's May 1st. The fusion of the god and the females together, forming a new breed. That's what the maypole is all about. But you also remember, those of you, I mean, we all know our Illuminati history, don't we? May 1st, 1776, a Jesuit priest, Adam Weishaupt, Jesuit, back to Rome, the mother of all harlots, forms what he calls the Illuminati on May 1st, 1776. Annuit coeptis novus ordo seclorum. He favors the birth of a new world order, a new breed, a birth. Think about it. Horus coming out of the fusion of the male and the female together, a new breed. The men becoming gods. That's what the new world order is all about. And the Lincoln Temple with the god in it was dedicated May 1st, 1922. Now this is, May 1st is the 121st day of the year. That's 11 times 11. Remember when we were talking about Independence, Missouri, and this Tower of Babel built in Independence, Missouri by the Mormons, left undone. See, that all goes back to the story of the Tower of Babel in Genesis 11. 11 is the number for confusion. It is a number associated with the coming of the Antichrist. It's not going to be a revelation to people. It's going to be a confusion. For this cause, 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 11, for this cause God shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. So this number 11, building the Tower of Babel, building a new kingdom whose top may reach into heaven, joining heaven and earth together. And the lie that is being told, the subtle lie about America's divine destiny, there at Lincoln Memorial. May 1st being the 121st day of the year. And I want you to get this, because the old Tower of Babel, there in, it's Babylon, Iraq. Okay? And it just so happens that Babylon, Iraq is on the 44th meridian. I think that's east. Washington, D.C. is on the 77th meridian west. The difference between where Washington, D.C. is and Babylon, or the Tower of Babel, is 121 degrees. Exactly. 11 times 11. Connecting the old Babylon with the new Babylon, the new kingdom, the new world order. Finishing the work. Joined together, 121 degrees. So, watch this now. You see, Iraq, a few years ago, we had a real problem with Iraq. I mean, they had weapons of mass destruction and Saddam Hussein and all this stuff. And we need to go over and take over Babylon, old Babylon. So we sent a bunch of troops over there. And do you remember? We're just now saying, okay, we're going to stop fighting. But for some reason, what was it, 2003, President George Bush flies out, puts on a suit, flies out to an aircraft carrier to declare, mission accomplished, we got it. We're done. We got our objective. What was the objective? I don't know. But the day that he did that was May 1st, the 121st day of the year. And if that's not scary enough to you, the aircraft carrier that he landed on May 1st, the 121st day of the year, saying that we now connected the old Babylon with the new Babylon, the aircraft carrier that he landed on was the Abraham Lincoln. I think there's something going on here. I did some more research into the Lincoln Memorial. It is. You got to see this thing in real life. Pictures don't, show it. And this thing is ginormous. In fact, it's 99 feet tall. That's 9 times 11. 9, 11. 9/11. Revelation 9, verse 11. And they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, whose name in the Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue hath his name Apollyon. What is this talking about? The angels, Joel's army, that arises to the earth to establish a kingdom. And their king is in 9/11. 9 times 11, 99. This 99 feet can also be seen as 33 times 3. 33. The number associated in the Bible with the beast. The number associated in Freemasonry. The 33rd degree. The illumination. The occult knowledge. The king who is 33. A mockery of Jesus Christ, who died when he was 33 years old. The phrase, the beast, is mentioned exactly 33 times in the New Testament of the King James Bible.